now to Warhammer 40k Space Marine. Henry,
Space Marine
did you know
2.
it was released back in 2011? Now, 13 years later, Space Marine 2 is nearly ready to make landfall. Here with more, please welcome Saber Interactive's Chief Creative Officer, it's Tim Willits. How you doing, Tim?
Thank you for having me.
Well, are you having a good Gamescom so far?
This has been a great Gamescom, and the reception on the game has been great.
Something
Amazing.
for sure,
Well, we got some questions for you. You got the first one in your love.
Yeah, I'd like to know, because this is a follow-up to the game that released back then, and knowing that there's quite a following to the Space Marine universe. I mean, the game itself, that the IP that the franchise is based on, has been ongoing for many years.
Yeah.
What's it like working with a team like Games Workshop to bring something like that to life?
Nice.
Yes, it's been a great honor for us to work with Games Workshop and to also work on the in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. You know, this universe was created 45 years ago, and the influence that it has had on video games that
We're gonna have so much fun playing this,
I don't
guys.
think many people realize.
Get ready.
I'll
probably be looking for some co-op
working
partners,
with Games Workshop,
so stay tuned.
We worked hand in hand on the story, the setup, the Space Marine chapters, even like the enemies that you fight. So it was a great collaborative effort.
Yeah, no, I can totally imagine. And because of that, with 45 years, you say, of history, I imagine there's quite a challenge when it comes to making a sequel to a popular game for core fans who've been with you the whole time, but even trying to entice new folks who, like myself, I haven't played the first Space Marine game. So I'd love to hear a little bit more about, what does this mean for those who have played for ages or maybe uninitiated to 40k?
Yes, that's a great question.
Guys,
it was definitely a challenge to create a game that both
look at that plane taking off and the swarm following it.
Fans, but also was approachable enough for people.
That was
to
cool.
play
The
it.
shuttle took
Now,
off and
I know
all
you said
the
you haven't
hordes
played
flying
Space Marine
after.
1.
Please don't hurt me, Tim. I'll get round to it.
That is totally fine. Yes. Don't worry that if you haven't played the franchise.
By the way, if you guys if you haven't played Alien,
if you're just a fan
I think it's Fire Strike,
of
Fire
over the
Team.
top, in your face action
It was a
games,
lot of fun.
this
It
is
had
the
some
game
really
for
good
you.
horde
Sounds like a bit of
moments.
us.
And then the aliens jumping down out of the
For the
ductwork
fans
and
that
out
have been
of
there
tunnels
all
and
along the way,
stuff
they
to
played
get
the
you.
originals. How have they helped, your community basically in focusing your development team to make sure the sequel is just right for them too?
Yes. The community, the Warhammer 40,000 community is intense. It's millions strong.
I love how he
And,
just said
Love it,
intense,
right?
like he's
Passionate
left the
amount
bet.
of
Because
love, yeah.
Yes, and
intense
so
is a
working
good
with
word.
Games Workshop,
Some of them are
they have their community team,
like any
they
fan
have their
base.
expert writers, we have talked to the community. We made sure that we are delivering
When I played
the game.
Rogue Trader,
and the
it was my
experience
first dive
that
into the
really
40K
is
universe.
true to the franchise,
And there was some.
and to really make
Overall,
you
everyone was really
a
cool.
true
But there were
Space
some
Marine, that
neckbeards who
power
came out of the
fantasy
woodwork and
of
were
being
like,
the most
this isn't how it is in the
soldier in the
franchise.
universe.
I can't
Have
believe
you
they
seen
did
the sort of
this. And I'm
stuff
just
they're up
like,
against? It's crazy.
I don't-
I was going to say,
It's a video
looking
game.
at
Let me
it,
play
that's
it,
going to be
man.
my next question. Actually, is how is this love and this influence reflected in the action and the pace of the game that we're looking at here?
It's like
Because
Sven has talked about, like for Baldur's Gate 3, they couldn't put
Yes. The key to Space
cancel
Marine 2
magic in the
is
game. I
both
think was one of the
the
spells
complex
because it
melee
would
system,
break the game.
and the range combat.
And people who
one
don't
of the
understand
things
game
that
development
you
and
will
don't
see
understand
is,
Titus
programming
programming
were
were like up in arms, like how dare they not put cancel magic in the game? It would be so easy.
It's really a very visceral.
Go make your game
intense in
company and do
face.
it. Good luck.
Absolutely. It looks so good. So do all of them have different kind of that up-close melee ability that we just saw as well? I know there are multiple folks you can play.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I'm going
one of the
auto
great things
bolt.
about the game
I want
is we have
full
a
auto.
campaign where you play as Titus, and he has 2 squad mates whom the computer can play them or your buddies can play with you.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Yes.
Great.
And then we
So
have a PvE campaign where you can play as your own Space Marine.
Ooh.
And you can customize your Space Marine. You can be the chapter that you want. You can upgrade.
That's great.
And then that also leads to PvP. So you can go head-to-head with other humans playing as Space Marines.
Oh,
So-
that sounds good.
Absolutely.
That's a bit
Multiple
of us. I like
ways
that.
to
And
play
it's the
this game,
range stuff
multiple
that we're
game
seeing
options.
Now, yeah.
This is the thing, like the action is very intense, and at times.
And he said, like, you can have it to be where it's either other players or NPCs filling the roles.
Someone far away, maybe someone up close,
That's
because
cool.
I can deal with one dude.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
he's fine with that.
Tell me about the
for sure.
sort of technology you've had to develop to allow for there to be so much going on the screen at once.
Yes, so the key critical component of this
Oh.
experience.
That was sick.
Yes,
Chain-
that is
yeah.
an awesome glory
We
kill.
just need to quickly go, nice job, Tim. Like that, Tim.
Yes. So the Swarm engine.
Very
the Swarm
cool.
engine was developed by Saber Interactive in World War Z. and that has been developed, and now we're in Swarm Engine 2, where we can bring, massive amounts of Tyranids, never seen before, and they just come at you and they break apart, and every one of those Tyranids, based on our new AI director, starts thinking, and they're thinking about.
Oh, for sure,
killing
Bubble Lenny.
you.
If I could
And
make
it
the
is-
comment
it is
section
an
of my YouTube
over-the-top
channel
war,
be
like epic, like
members
never seen before,
only,
epic war.
I would make
where
it
you
members
are
only.
the main fighter.
And is this just going around
I
in
could
the
do it for
skybox? 'Cause
streams,
I don't know
and I
about
could do
you,
it for
Henry, but the idea of
premieres,
like loads of
but I can't do it
Tyranids
for the
flying
comments,
at me
and I
sounds
really
kind
wish
of
I
fun.
could.
Is it something that you can see from a
Sometimes.
distance, or are they like coming at you?
Yeah, they're much scarier.
Because the
Yeah,
amount
they're
of
just Tyranids.
filtering that I have to do to curate my
Yes,
community
especially when
is
there
a
are
lot of
hundreds
work.
and hundreds.
And
Well,
it's,
yeah,
it's
that's
starting
true.
to get to the
Yeah,
point
yeah.
where
But
I'm.
they come at you with everything.
I can't be
and
everywhere at
you
once
need
is
to
what it comes down
use
to.
every weapon in your arsenal. Every move.
I've had multiple
that you
days this month
practice
where I have not
to,
been able to
to
clear
stay
all
alive.
the
You can see
comments
here
that come in
where,
overnight,
where
and that's
the
a
Tyranids
good problem
are-
to have, but
are
it's also
moving
a
into the
frustrating problem
battlefield.
because I know that there are
On the
things
way.
slipping through the filters,
Nuts. And,
and
as they
I catch it
approach,
3 or 4 days
they
later, and
immediately
it's like
break
some
out
really horrific
into,
comment
individual
where
units
someone's just being
that,
an
have,
absolute
their own AI.
garbage
I was
human
going to say,
being.
how does that work with the swarm?
I don't want that
Are they all on
around.
a set path, or as soon as they land, is it just like
The people who feel
fastest
the
route
need
they
to
can
comment
get
on my
to you and
World of
start
Warcraft
messing you
videos
up?
with my
So our
nephew
new
and
advanced
like
AI director
call him names
coordinates
and
the
stuff
battle.
is just that's
So
the lowest
The swarm can come from different directions.
lowest type of
The
human
swarm
being
kinda
out
like
there to
breaks
like
apart,
insult
when
the
they,
way
when
a
they
9-year-old
separate, that
plays
can
a
happen
video game.
at different times based on the state of the battle,
Yeah.
based on
And I know
what
one
you're
of them-
doing,
one of them's
and based
one of the
on
guys
what your,
who-
Space Marine buddies
They're
are doing.
also
got
Tim,
pissed.
you've done it again. Did you see that one?
No, I'll watch
That
that
Oh,
one
they-
was sick.
Oh, look at this,
Show
look at
that.
this.
That one was-
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
That reminded me
I'm
of
so
an alien
distracted.
game.
This looks
Anyway.
so good.
You just said that
People can be dicks.
They
Sucks.
assess what
I would
the
love
like,
to-
state of the battle is.
Yeah.
So does that mean they're also reactive?
You're wrong.
And if they're thinking,
You're
oh,
not-
he's got
you're
this
not
lane
wrong,
covered,
sorry.
let's
Not you
direct
are wrong.
some
You're
around
not
here to
wrong.
sort of
I
flank.
wish we
Is that
could.
the sort of thing you're talking about?
Yes,
have
so
a barrier of entry
so
to
you
the
are a
comment
Space
section.
Marine. You're
Yeah.
a Primaris Ultramarine, okay? But we
Also,
can't make the game
TikTok.
super
TikTok
easy
is
for
really
you.
bad sometimes.
So you'll feel like, yeah, I'm bashing these Tyranids, but then they overwhelm you, and then the AI director can bring in more advanced units from different directions. You know,
Look
they
at this
can
game,
flank you,
guys.
so the ultimate goal is to feel like you're not going to survive, to feel like this is you're going to lose, but you make it and you win, and it's a great feeling.
It's like at every opportunity, you're just about to like close the gap, feel like you're getting ahead, and
Yeah.
then you guys are just like Sebulba, just chucking a wrench in my engines, and oh, I'm falling back again, and it's all over. Got to work from scratch again.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes, it's very
Good
intense.
reference, Henry.
Oh, thanks, yeah.
Very on
Cheers.
brand for you. I like it. Yeah, that's that gameplay we were just looking at, by the way. The sheer size of it. Yeah, here we go. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we can see a little bit of the swarm here. Maybe.
Yeah, that's a flying. They're flying Tyranids. You know, in this particular battle, you know, they're attacking these huge kind of radio towers, and you just like destroy them as you try to survive, because they start landing. Different units start landing on the same platform that you're on. And as you can see, there's
this is
lots
gonna
of
be
ways
intense.
that you can
Oh, no,
go
get it
about,
off, get it off!
killing bad guys.
Yeah, not for you, mate.
So it's not just mindless violence. There is also quite a lot of like objectives, mechanics
to
be
the
following
face.
as well.
Gee, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you played the first one, and I know you haven't, that's okay.
I've got
This
some
is-
homework to do. I
This
understand.
is our melee system is much more advanced. It's much deeper, and our range combat system is also much more advanced. So I like to call it the dance of death, where you have your melee, your blocks, your reactions, your critical hits, and then you can also pull up your ranged weapons, take out enemies from a distance.
Okay, so
and
this
you
is
really
a
need to
nice
learn
blend of
how to use the
different
tools
combat
in your
styles.
arsenal of death to win the battle.
And it's not just the people right in front of you. I know we're taking things off the chain here, the Tyranids, but the chain's integrity in the top right corner.
Brett says
so
you're cultivating
there's-
community
I'm
over
clearly
time. It's not as bad
guessing
as it
that
could
if
be.
you let that
Yeah.
get to
It's kind of like
zero-
Yes.
I think we were talking about this
So
last
it's,
night during
mission over
Warcraft.
for you.
Right.
Yes,
right.
definitely.
Why we
Absolutely.
just
Were there
ultimately
any
decided
other,
not to
technical
have the guild
developments
just
that
be
really
open
fussed
to
up Space
everyone.
Marine 2, by the way?
Because like Asmongold and
this
Soda
is
Poppin
our
and those
own
guys have
technology.
guilds
Nice.
and
And when you
thousands
build
of
the
players,
technology
in them,
for
right?
a game,
But the issue
you
with
can
that
make it
is you
awesome.
also get all the friction.
You know, we talked about the
that comes with
swarm.
that.
We talked about the AI
And maybe one
director,
day in the future I
crossplay.
decide
No!
that's
Yes.
something I want to
Yeah,
do,
so you can
a
beat
certain
up your
type of
buddies.
game. But for World of Warcraft
and
and what we're doing with
Yeah,
like
I can
people
tell.
going and playing Enshrouded, what we're going to be doing with Dune
Yes, and then
Awakening,
true,
I much
true,
prefer
you can play solo, you can play
smaller
PvE, and
hand-knit
there's a full-fledged
community.
PvP mode as well.
Now,
So
obviously,
it's
from a
very
business
dense
perspective,
game.
the more
It's as
people
dense
I have
as
watching
a
the
Space
streams, the
Marine.
more people
Oh,
have
I
in
love
my
it. So
community,
give us
the
some more
better.
juicy information.
But I don't.
When can we actually get our
I
hands
am
on it?
terrified because
So,
I've had some massive
Space Marine
attacks
2
on my
comes out September
Discord
9th.
and my
If you
channels,
pre-order
even
it
as a
now, you can
small-time
play early.
content creator and
Yes,
streamer.
It's right around
So
the
it
corner.
terrifies
We're
me to get
testing
big
servers,
to the
making
point where
sure
you've got
that
people who are
the
literally
infrastructure can survive
every
the
day trying to
Tyranid
take you down, bring you down, cancel
we
you.
feel good.
find ways to make your life hell because they didn't like something you said, or you didn't give their favorite game a thumbs up, or you said that you liked Star Wars, and how dare you like Star Wars, or
Yes.
you
Run
know,
out of time,
how
Tim.
dare
Quick,
you
Bubba.
enjoy cosmetics in a video game.
Well,
You're the
coming up, though,
scum
our
of the
friends
earth.
at Xbox Game Studios show us how nations
Terrifying.
are made in our history untold, and then we're going to catch up with the team from Obsidian
I'm so excited.
Entertainment.
Oh,
Give you
Avowed.
guys,
We're coming
you
soon. The
exclusive
Avowed is
gameplay
soon.
presentation